So you're just starting to sell Medicare and you're super ambitious. You want to write 40 policies a month as a new agent, getting started in your first month. What I'm going to do in this video is give you the blueprint, the guidepost, to helping you go from zero to hero, from 0 policies as a new agent to consistently writing 40 policies for Medicare every single month. I'm going to give you the types of leads to work, the type of activity to work, and to give you some advice on streaming this all together so you can get the best success that you can. My name is David DeFord. I own DeFord Insurance Group. We recruit agents specifically to sell a product known as Final Expense, either in person or over the phone. It's a great product to start with for your brand new agent, and then later we incorporate Medicare to build residual passive income. And if you'd like more information on how our agency works, head over to daviddeford.com/FAQ. So let's jump right into this. So Medicare, how can we write 40 policies as a new agent in our first month? Well, we're going to walk you through the setup. We're going to go through all the details about leads, which ones to choose, activity, etc. I'm going to give you some advice. We've been in the Medicare space for about 3 to 4 years now. Our best agents are writing 500, 600, even 700 policies every single year. So we have some good perspective on what makes a top performer a top performer. And as much as possible, we want to duplicate that process in our agents. So I want to share with you what I've learned from seeing these top producers in action. So number one, you want to make sure that you start with the correct setup. The one thing getting into Medicare is that it's more complicated than other insurance products initially. A sale is a sale is a sale. The same sales process and psychology applies, but with Medicare, you have to know how Medicare works, the difference between Part A, B, C, and D. You got to understand the difference between supplements and Medicare Advantage. You got to know all the compliance rules to follow when you're in the sales process, how to replace existing coverages, all the special election periods, etc. There's a lot of information from a technical standpoint to know, and I am of the persuasion, again, having seen this happen time and again, you need to, as a new agent, first of all, to limit your carrier selection. Your area, your region is going to have probably 2 or 3 top performing carriers. And my advice is to figure what those are out, talk to your agency that you're going to join, and then select just those 3. Please don't pick up 5, 6, 7, 8 carriers as a brand new agent. You will be buried up to your eyeballs in technical knowledge that you will have to know about each carrier, and you will likely be ineffective because you overburden yourself too soon. So select the best 2 or 3 carriers to start with that are the best targeted to your market, whether that be the special election period market, the turning 65 market, so on and so forth. Then other advice here, number 2, load up heavily on leads. So you have to understand, if you're brand new to the insurance business, you can have great understanding and knowledge and perspective with Medicare, but if you don't have a lead system consistently giving you quality prospects to sell to, it's all for naught. You must know what you're doing from a sales standpoint combined with know what you're doing from a prospecting standpoint. So there needs to be this coalescing of salesmanship as well as prospecting and lead generation. So don't play down the importance of solid lead generation. We believe at the DeFord Insurance Group, it's all in direct mail if you're face-to-face, even to some extent for telesales, and Facebook leads, especially if you're selling over the phone. Get really good at using those types of leads because that's the quickest way. Yes, you got to buy the leads and invest them. We think it's an investment, not an expense. Psychologically, an investment the goal is to return on it, which is the goal here. We want to invest our money into systems that produce us good prospects. And yes, referral systems and getting in with doctors, etc., are great strategies, but they're slower to implement and not as easy to scale as direct mail. So we're big advocates of direct mail. So how much, and Facebook leads too, how much purchase lead should you purchase given if you're selling face-to-face or over the phone? Well, if we're going to do 40 policies a month, that's 10 policies a week, right? 4-week month divided by 4 gives us 10 policies or 2 policies a day. Now, out of the 10 apps we would write every single week, if we're doing direct mail or Facebook, we want to at least convert half of those presentations into policies. Now, I've seen agents convert 3 out of 4 of their presentations. My best agent, I think last year, in open enrollment period, closed 90% of his presentations, or about 45% of his leads, which is an incredible feat right here locally in Chattanooga where I live. But point is, let's not assume you're like a stud. Let's assume you're like better than average, but not great, not bad. You should be able to, with good training, support, mentorship, close half your presentation. So if you want 10 apps a week, you need 20 appointments a week, right? So y'all with me? And that's using face-to-face, either Facebook leads or direct mail. And then if you want to do the same thing over the phone, you need about 150 to 200 Medicare Facebook leads. We recommend that you self-generate your own leads with Medicare. You can drive your costs down considerably. I've seen agents in the Medicare space spend $3, $4 a lead, so it sounds like a lot of leads. It's because the conversion level is so low. You're looking at maybe a 4 or 5% conversion, so you need to have the kind of volume of leads behind you if you're going to do telesales. And then out of those, of course, with the back to face-to-face, to get 20 direct mail, 20 appointments via direct mail, you need about double of that in direct mail, so 40 direct mail leads a week, and about 50-ish of Facebook leads a week if you go that route. Other things you can do to help this process of more consistently hitting that 10 app a week, 40 app a month number, especially in your first month in the business, is consider using an appointment setter if you're a face-to-face agent. Outsource the appointment setter. I've got an agent named Joe down in Boca. He does this. He's more of like a 25 app a month guy, but it's taken off the burden of setting appointments, and all he is a machine now, running appointments, seeing the people, and closing his Medicare deals. If you're selling over the phone, appointment settings is a little bit more difficult, but I would use automations to preset some of those appointments, maybe do chat bots to communicate with those prospects, email follow-ups to brand yourself before those appointments and as you call on those, and in order to get more out of those leads as you purchase them. The last bit of advice here, and I think this is important if you're starting in Medicare, you're ambitious, you want to write 40 policies in your first month, focus exclusively on Medicare products first, then come back later to cross-selling. Again, there's so much technical knowledge with Medicare that I think we can overwhelm ourselves with too much too soon. Just sell Medicare Advantage, maybe a supplement or two as well in the midst of your first month. But don't worry about the cancer cross-sell plans. Don't worry about the dental, vision, and hearing cross-sells or the indemnity plans or the final expense plans. You're going to put yourself in this position of overwhelm more often than not and not be as effective as you can be. Give yourself the time to get good at this and then let it be kind of like, automatic because you've done it so much, and then it's easier to start implementing cross-sells into the mix. So that's my guideline for writing 40 policies every single month, especially starting as a new agent. It's focus on what matters, 2 or 3 core carriers, do direct mail or Facebook leads if you're in person, get a massive amount of Facebook leads if you're selling over the phone, obviously put in full-time effort, you're going to have to work 50 hours plus a week, and don't worry about trying to do other products. Focus on Medicare and get out there and run the system. It's really that simple. You got to run 20 appointments a week if you're face-to-face, or you got to be on the phone 50 to 60 hours if you're selling over the phone, and put the time in to get the app count out. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested in investigating how a relationship with the Ford Insurance Group would be by selling final expense first, then getting into Medicare, that's what we do. You can check out daviddeford.com/FAQ for more details. Thanks for watching.